Would you rather swim for 200 yards through a pool filled with dead bodies or feces?
Hello, everyone.
Hello again.
Welcome to You Do Not Even Know. I am Josiah Brainerd.
I'm Jordan Brainerd.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We really appreciate it. All of the listeners that are listening right now to the show that we're doing.
Yeah, man.
So
You sound like a YouTuber.
I guess, smash like, hit the bell icon.
Subscribe.
Because YouTube does not actually send you notifications unless you hit the bell, pulled out the little tab that says what notifications, you click all notifications.
And now you have to do physical, 5-star reviews.
And I would like to thank all of our Patreons, Jojo Rabbit, Aaron Bear, and Arcanthus from Newport.
And Mom and Dad.
Love ya.
That's always a Patreon. We don't actually have a Patreon.
So would you rather? Which one, Jordan?
I would do the fecal matter.
Yes. I think that's a pretty well. Yeah. I mean, without getting too gross about
I couldn't swim through either. And it doesn't. Well, technically, what if they had only been expired for a minute?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What if everybody was just really fresh?
Still warm.
Yeah.
For goodness sakes. I mean,
I don't know how you would actually swim through that, but
they're just floating on the top of the water.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So you have to swim across an Olympic-sized swimming pool.
I didn't know they were floating on water. I imagined it was a pool of that item or a pool of that item.
Well, you can't swim
through bodies.
I mean, if you let it sit there long enough.
Okay, you're not just swimming. That eventually, that's just earth. So
maybe.
I mean,
it's just mud.
That's fertilizer that at some point we're indistinguishable from whence we
become
came. Fertilizer
at some point.
Well, then what's the ratio of feces to water in this pool?
The entire surface of the water.
You can't see it through it.
Are we talking
I'm going to say the water is murky because if it's just on the surface, I'm going to swim underneath and hold my mouth.
Yeah, it's not just little logs on top.
No. This thing has to be, but you can't even, no. To have the out, that one has to be so choked, just to go anywhere near.
It's like a swamp.
Yeah, it has to be. Otherwise, it's such an easy pick over the other one.
Yeah.
Because the other one is horrifying.
Well,
the other one is nightmare fuel. And the other one just makes you a little queasy and you take a shower and go on with your life. The other one, if you did it, you would have psychological scars forever.
Yeah.
And you would need therapy 4 to 6 times a day to stop screaming at your desk at work.
I saw 1917 this week. No big spoilers.
No
here.
spoilers.
Definitely medium
don't
spoiler.
describe
medium spoilers.
Don't describe the movie.
Has nothing to do.
I'm about to see it.
So
I'm going to see it.
I saw it.
Is there tanks in the movie?
Yes.
Cool.
Spoiler.
You just spoiled the movie for me.
I'm going to spoil it more. They're immobile.
Really?
Yeah.
Lame.
They don't even have the tanks move?
Nope. They're just sitting there as a prop. They are duds.
They got them to work in the Battle of the Somme in 1916.
Mm-hmm.
And by 1917, they were using them.
Mm-hmm. They were sitting there on the edge. They were just walking by them oh, that's broken. It's a broken tank. Look, it's on fire. That's not the point, though. The point is there's 2 guys. One guy was holding the barbed wire out of the way for the other guy to walk by. And then he releases the barbed wire to let it go, and it slits his hand with it goes and cuts it open. He's like, oh no! And then later in the movie, when his hand is still dripping, they're walking along. He falls down a little crater, and as he's falling, he braces himself, and you see his hand go through the chest cavity of a dead body. with his cut on his hand.
And this is before they even had like blood transfusions.
Yes, this
or
is
anything.
before like we knew about diseases transferring by blood. Well, not really, but
I think we knew about diseases and
yeah,
germs.
it was
and stuff.
1917. So we did know. So he was even
Wait,
aware of that. Like
what year was this movie set in?
1917.
1917.
Okay.
1917.
It's pretty recent.
Yeah, it's not that far ago.
No. So
There's people that are still
that was
alive
also
today that
gross,
were alive
but-
then.
didn't you tell Josiah told me one story about when he worked at a camp that a man fell into the sewer pit?
Oh yeah.
Do you want to tell that story?
Oh gosh.
No one fell in. You would have to work at it.
So one of the manhole covers was off for the septic tank. It was just like off and set to the side.
Because they were doing like
They were doing
Sucking
maintenance
it
on
up.
it, but they left it off overnight. And one of the cook was actually walking out of his house to go somewhere, and he like fell into it. He didn't go all the way down, but he did like, he caught himself on the edge and like scraped up his tummy a little bit.
But his feet definitely took a dip.
It was the dining hall one, so it was
Full.
and also mostly just food.
Ugh. But it's still like rotten garbage.
It is gross, and there is one toilet that also goes into that one. But
it's
thankfully
it's
it's not
enough
just straight toilet.
Yeah.
that it's horrifying.
yeah,
So that's what that made me think of when you gave us that comparison. I was like, wow, you could either stick your hand there or get cut up on your way down a septic tank. That's where my brain went to real stories. I was like, oh.
yep. Speaking of movies we saw recently, like last week or a week before or something, I saw the movie Knives Out.
How was that? I haven't even heard of that.
I hadn't either. I had not heard one peep of this movie until Jenny and I were going on date night, and I just opened up the Fandango app and I was like, okay, what movie at this theater fits within our window of date night? What movie can I actually see in this time? And it was really the only one. And I was like, hey, it's PG-13. It has some actors in it. It had the Captain America guy and
Daisy Ridley.
who's that?
Ray? Wasn't Ray in it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep. I mean, you could fact check me, but I'm sure. So please fact check me so you could waste your time. It had the James Bond guy.
Which one?
The new
Daniel
one.
Craig.
Daniel
Okay.
Craig. It had some like big names in it. And I was like, oh, it can't be like that bad if it has more than one big name in it,
Mhm.
So I went to see it, and it was genuinely a good movie. What's
it about?
It's a murder mystery, to kind of put it in a category.
It's Clue.
Yeah. It's very similar to a
Or it's like
Clue style.
The train movie that I can't remember. Orient Express.
Orient Express. It's similar, but I would say much
Which
better.
actually did have Daisy Ridley in it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're thinking of a different murder mystery film. Really, really good. I don't know how to recommend it more and talk more about it without
Completely spoiling
saying
it.
way too much than I should, but like, go see it. It instantly got onto my top 5. Like, it's a great movie.
Give me like the trailer for it.
Hey, Frank Oz is in this movie.
I don't know who that is either.
Frank Oz did the voice of Yoda.
Show me the picture. Which
You're not going to recognize the face of the guy that did the voice of Yoda?
I expect on IMDb to just have a picture of Yoda, not him. You're more
the
famous
trailer
as Yoda.
for it would be like, oh gosh, yeah, I don't know how to not say too much. Just go see it. It's
So,
good.
I did when I went to see 1917, there was a movie coming out that was about a man that had passed away. I can't remember the movie. Did you see the trailer about this?
It's not ringing a bell yet. Keep
A man
going.
passed away, and he was like abusive and bad, and she's like, he's still haunting me. Right? It's like The Invisible Man, I think that's what it's called.
Interesting.
It's like, he's still haunting me. He's still with me. And they think, oh, she's going crazy. She's going crazy. He's not actually haunting her. And then the whole trailer, it's like a 4-minute trailer,
Yeah.
spoiled the whole thing. The whole movie. It basically takes you through the whole movie in like cut scenes. It's not like a trailer where it's like, hey, go see the movie. It's like, you just saw the movie, but in 4 minutes.
That's what you think, but it's all misleads.
No, it was terrible. It showed her going, oh, I have a terrible life. It showed her going, I need to get out. Then he dies. The lawyer says you inherit $400 million or something crazy. I don't know. And then it shows the things coming on in her house. Like the stove comes on its own. And she's like, it's haunted. It's him from the grave. And then the lawyer's like, no, I got a pile of ashes. And then she goes and you could kind of even see him at one point. And then they show even in their old house, like a room, like, I know how he's doing it. And it's like a room where he becomes invisible in there. Then it shows a body form of him in invisible. She's like, now I got you, swinging a knife. I saw the whole movie. I'm like, cool. That looked like a good movie until you showed me the whole thing. Because it even shows now we know.
Oh, the Invisible Man?
The one I just referenced and said Invisible Man.
And described the entire movie.
Yeah. Justin really checked out there.
Yeah, I did.
I thought it was really cool until I saw way too much of the movie. It was very suspenseful.
Yes, it was a
Just
great trailer.
The last half of that trailer where she throws the paint on him and she could see him.
Yes.
And she says, now I've got you.
Yeah, now I know. It's really just he's invisible.
And I was like, oh, wow, the Invisible Man. Let's see if they can do a good job. And then you just sit there and watch. You're like, oh, very suspenseful.
Is this a reference to
Hello?
Is the Invisible Man from a comic book or something?
No, the Invisible Man is a film that has been remade about every 20 years.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm missing.
And
it looked like a great movie until they just gave it away at the end.
You guys should have just told me to go see this movie without watching the trailer, and I could have actually enjoyed the film. That would have been awesome.
Well, that's why I'm so upset at trailers. Because I'm like, man, I will see the movie now because I'm just sitting there.
That's true. You usually don't see trailers.
I usually don't see trailers because of that. And now it really spoiled it. But I was sitting there waiting for a movie, 1917, that I hadn't seen a trailer for. It was just people telling me it was good. So I went and saw it on word of mouth, and I trusted them. And then I see this other trailer by force, and I'm like,
yeah, they could just honestly have that Invisible Man trailer. Just cut the last
2 minutes,
15 seconds of it off.
Yeah. It was 4-minute trailer, Justin. It was long.
Okay, well, take the trailer, cut it in half.
Yeah.
Okay, cut off the last 2 minutes, and then just have the screen go black
for
for
great.
2 minutes.
You wouldn't have even had to tell me what the movie was named.
And then
I would have figured it out.
And at the end of the 2 minutes, just have at the bottom of the movie screen, don't even say Invisible Man. Just say
I'm coming to get you.
what's behind me.com across the bottom of the screen in just tiny little letters,
Yeah.
And then
I don't know
nothing.
I don't know what that website is. Hasn't been screened yet. Just any warning.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
just
we're not endorsing this website.
I'll just give you a couple that you could sub in. Oh my gosh, what was that?
.com.
Something just brushed past my leg.com.
Who turned on the stove.com.
Yeah.
Co.uk.
Did you just cough?
Who
farted?
Yeah. Why does it smell in here?
Yeah.
Jeremy, is that you?
There. So any of those, just swap them in.
Yeah,
and
you
then
could
just
pick. Go screen
one.
all the websites first.
Yeah.
Jeez. Yeah. So that was frustrating. I did see the Joker. I don't endorse it at all. It was all the hype, and it was on Netflix. I don't know. I think
Is that already on Netflix?
it was on Amazon. Or something. It was on
is that Amazon?
Oh,
It was
you
on-
rented it.
I rented it. I was like, oh yeah, everyone
I
said
thought it was already
everyone
available
said
for
Joker
stream.
was good. And then IMDb, I was like, hey, what's the rating for this? And they're like, it's mild, for all the bad stuff. And then I was like, this is not mild. You did not mention these scenes. And
it's mild.
yes, it's not graphic, but it's
It's
not.
mild.
It's inappropriate, and IMDb did a bad job warning.
What is the Joker rated?
R.
Well,
And when you went to go see a rated R movie
what did you expect?
that said it had those things in it,
No, it didn't say it had those things in it.
but it had enough of those things to get a rated R rating.
I thought it was for violence and gore and not.
Well, nowadays, if you're rated R, you check all your boxes.
Yeah. So I did
So-
check those, and it didn't say it.
I'm
so-
pretty sure the R.
No, the reason I was frustrated because everyone said it was like a really fantastic movie when it wasn't.
So you think the Joker is all hype, and you think that Knives Out is a great movie?
Yeah. Welcome to our podcast.
Yeah. The Joker's not a good movie. It's
I'm just gonna disagree with both of those two things, having never seen either one of them.
Interesting.
don't waste your time on
I'm
the
just
Joker.
gonna say that both of you are wrong, and I'm gonna go see the Joker and Knives Out, and come back next week, and then tell you how dumb you are.
I really please go see Knives Out.
don't waste
really
your
good.
don't waste your time with the Joker. It was not good. They were trying to be like super not creative, but like edgy and weird. And he did do a good job. The main actor, what is it?
The Joker.
Phoenix Running Horse or something.
Wycliffe.
No, I don't know. And then he did a good job being weird, but that's not what makes it a good movie. Like, he was like, oh yeah, he's so good at being weird. It's an amazing movie. I'm like, no, it's
just being
He's
weird.
better than Jared Leto. What do you want?
Jared Leto's terrible. We don't compare to him.
What do you compare him to?
The actual good Joker.
Who?
The Dark Knight.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
what was
put
his
him
name?
in the next movie.
What was his name?
I don't remember.
You don't remember the best one, but you remember Jared Leto.
I know who he was referencing. I couldn't have pulled out Jared Leto out of a hat to know who the
Wow.
DC newest, well, not latest, Heath Ledger.
Yay!
got
You
it!
did it. I'm so proud of you.
Heath
Matt.
Ledger did a fantastic Joker.
But he's not around to do more Jokers. So
I
guess what we
know.
have to do?
He did too good of a job.
It wasn't. He did. It wasn't even a good. It wasn't a good Joker for even an origin story.
Okay.
Sorry. Keep going. What was
Okay.
your movie of the week, Justin?
Yeah. Tell us about a movie that you've seen recently.
Yeah.
Okay. I recently watched.
What was the last movie you went to see in the theater?
I just got hydrocodone all over my fingers.
Okay. First question: what is hydrocodone?
I'm allergic because I'm getting old,
Okay.
and my shampoo. Yeah, like you know how we've used like every 99-cent bottle of shampoo in the world.
Yeah.
Ever?
Obviously, that's all you need.
So I went to the store and I'm like, the Pantene Pro V, super clear and clean, like that's so expensive. I'm going to get something that's less expensive. But then I looked at the 99-cent bottle of Suave and I'm like, okay, maybe let's get something in the middle. And I get like,
I do the Dove Men Plus Care.
I saw the Dove Men Plus Care and I got some shampoo and I'm like, let's try this. And it was $6.99 for the bottle, which wasn't cheap.
That's not bad.
So, but when I used it, it gave me like a horrifyingly disfiguring rash like all over the top of my head.
Okay.
Like just covered my forehead with splotchy red flaky skin.
You probably shouldn't use that one. I feel like you might be allergic to it.
So what I did was I had to discontinue the use because I'm allergic to it.
Yeah.
And I
Saved the
threw
day.
it away.
Uh-huh.
And for the first time, so what happened was I was like using it and I'm like, I'm probably allergic. But it's wasteful not to finish the
whole
shampoo.
bottle?
So I use it, but then I like use less and then mix it in with like conditioner and stuff.
That
But
makes sense.
It's still, I'm like, you don't want to. I mean, you
It
don't
is
want to
true.
waste. You don't want to waste $6, so you want to make sure you look like Boris
You
Yeltsin.
probably could have taken it back to Target or wherever and said, "Hey, I'm allergic to this. I would like a refund."
This is making me break out in a horrifying rash. So
Would you like to see my rash?
Well, the problem was at the time because I was so stubborn and I kept using it. Like the majority of my body had been afflicted by this at that point.
Uh huh.
So, like when you would rinse and it would go down your back, all it does is leave like this giant like streak,
Okay.
like all the way down.
So back to my original question. What movie have you seen in the theater recently?
Oh, in theater?
Yeah.
Doesn't even have to be in theater.
Okay, and not in the theater.
I didn't watch The Joker in theater
All right.
because it's not in theater anymore.
What's your recent movie of the week?
Oh, geez.
All right. What's hydrocortisone?
So I have a similar issue with my wife Christy's conditioner.
Oh yeah, it's got that tea tree in it.
No, it doesn't.
What?
But I'm horribly allergic to it, and I go to use it. I'm like,
Don't use it.
shampoo, boop boop boop. And if I don't use conditioner, my hair gets like very dry, and then you get ashy, or flaky, or dandruff.
I don't have that issue.
I do, because I have dry skin.
I've never been dry in my life.
I know. We have Mr. Clammy over here.
Yeah.
And I get all dry. So I go and use her conditioner, and I'm like, and it runs down my body. I'm like, this burns.
Yeah, I'm feeling physical pain.
This burns my skin.
Am I being pranked?
And then I washed it off with soap, and I'm like, I get out, and there's like, boop, 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 boop. And I'm like, wow, what are all these red spots? I'm like, that's not normal. And then they burn for like 3 hours more, and you're like, well, I'm not using that shampoo until tomorrow.
Until
Until
Well,
I-
speaking of shampoo pranks, have you guys seen those shampoo pranks where they like go to a beach shower and they like continually put shampoo in the people's hair?
That's
It's
amazing how long people keep
That's
rinsing.
Oh, it's
20
so
years old.
funny to
but
watch.
It's so funny.
Oh, it's
They just keep going.
that is one.
I love the
clip.
really old one that this kid is just like screaming in the shower.
Just-
Why won't it come out?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
I would just leave covered in shampoo. Forget it.
Oh god.
There's
Why are you so
obviously-
unaware of what's going on around you in a
I
public
feel like
shower?
I feel like I would hit that pile of shampoo with my hand
Yeah.
and realize that I'm hitting a fresh pile of
Yeah,
shampoo.
I would look up and go,
Yeah,
what's
because
happening?
it's obviously just like straight. It's not foam or anything.
I think
just
it's
a-
because they're in the shower head as they're like pouring it on.
Yeah,
Like,
maybe.
high pressure, just like, I know.
I don't know.
I'm
after
more
the
aware.
third or
than-
fourth, I'm like,
This isn't magic shampoo.
I
Like,
didn't put that much in.
I've used this before.
I have
This
a
isn't
little bit of hair.
regenerating.
You know what? I think that's kind of a call to change your life. If you use so much shampoo that somebody could put in 4 or 5, 6 times the original amount, and you think this is fine, and you don't pause for a couple minutes and say, probably somebody just put like a half gallon of shampoo into my head. Use less.
And you're not screaming as
Use
you're doing
less.
it.
Yeah. That's why it's dumb to use shampoo at the beach.
Yeah, I don't understand it. Just like go home with salt in your hair.
Yeah, just rinse and leave.
Yeah.
Like, how vain are you that you're like, I need to bring my shampoo and my conditioner.
Where are you going afterwards?
Honestly, you're not busy. You're at the beach, for
Yeah.
goodness sakes.
Well, maybe these people are the people that like live at beach, but not close enough to just go home to shower. They live like, 10 minutes away and they just pop down to the beach for lunch and then
Yeah, but the
Rinse.
beach smell is a good smell sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
I would say Southern
Beach
California.
is kind of vacation for us.
I would say Southern California beach is a good smell. But it was even like a Seinfeld reference where he does the cologne that smells like the beach.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then they rip him off. That's my cologne.
Wow, that was really loud.
I'm sorry.
Got me.
God.
What are you doing on your phone there, Justin?
I was trying to look up something I had watched recently, and all I've been doing is watching The Office. Like, literally.
Again?
I wanted to do one last lap because Friends and Frasier, the two big NBC hitters, left Netflix.
They're gone?
They're gone.
And so The Office, that's
Where are
like
they now?
the most streamed thing ever,
Yeah.
is gonna go, I'm assuming soon.
It's pretty iconic for
So-
like if you just need something to put on,
Yeah.
you just put on The Office.
I
Even
gotta say,
it's like an audiobook.
I'm like, and there's stuff I didn't even remember.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It gets better every time you watch it.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
so I just wanted to make one last lap. Like, I didn't remember when Michael left and made his own paper company.
You didn't remember the Michael Scott Paper Company?
I didn't remember
was
the Michael
great.
Scott Paper Company.
I love the tiny office.
I said, what's going on here? So, I mean, there was stuff that I'm like, you know what? When it leaves, I'm not going to pay to rent this thing, and I have Netflix right now, so let's just go through it. Let's just get it over with. And like Jim and Pam just got married. Like,
nice.
As you guys were calling me to be here, you're like, hey, where are you? What are you doing?
Dustin's crying on the couch. They got married.
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. Which I'm like, after season 3 and they're together, I'm like, this show kind of is lame. But
Well, that's like the Big Bang Theory, too.
yeah.
Have you guys actually watched through the entirety of The Big Bang Theory?
Not even a little bit. Once they got in a relationship, everyone cut off. Have you?
I haven't. I think there's 10 seasons now?
11.
goodness.
11 seasons?
We-
It's over.
We watched till season 3, I think.
Yeah, it's over, but I am currently watching through it for the first time in its entirety, and I'm in
Goodness.
like season 9 or something.
Is it still good?
It's still good.
The whole way through.
It's still good.
I've heard that it's patronizing.
What does that mean?
Like, it's made by people that don't like us to make a movie that they think that it's like throwing a glittery thing at us, and we're like, ha 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 ha.
We're
They
okay.
th-
They did that with Star Wars, too.
It's an oversimplification, and like it's not respectful of our ilk.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I don't feel hurt because I'm not a little, person that gets hurt easily.
Well, you're not actually like a legit nerd. Like, you don't do
I'm
like,
I'm not a scienceman.
Yeah, you don't do science and you don't do that kind of stuff. You don't go to college and be
Go to
sponsored by these
Comic-Con.
things. Yeah. You're not like a legit nerd, so you're not like offended by it because it's not actually
And
your
I just
breed.
don't get offended. That's my top tip for the day.
I've been making my way through Golden Girls with the family.
Why does this not shock me even a little bit?
I've been watching Golden Girls to watch.
What good thing besides The Office have you been watching?
Golden Girls is pretty good.
Do you go to the theater anymore?
When a Star Wars movie comes out.
Interesting.
That's what we talked about. No one wants to unless they have. We already have big HD screens at home.
I mean, I want to go to the movies, but I'm like, I want to go see Jojo Rabbit pretty bad.
I don't even know what that's about.
What is that about?
So Jojo Rabbit is about it's a satirical movie, and it has like
a satire?
You know the guy that made Thor 3?
Yes.
The
If
guy
I
that
say
made
yes,
Thor
will you just
3.
continue?
The New Zealand guy.
Yeah, Taika Waititi.
Taika
Oh,
Waititi.
of course.
Yeah.
Made a satirical movie
Taika
with
Waititi.
Rebel Wilson
Oh.
and a whole bunch of other people about a kid that's in Nazi Germany, and he's one of the Hitler Youth kids, and they're like training him how to be a good Hitler Youth.
Did I?
And his imaginary best friend is Hitler.
Oh, yeah, and Taika Waititi plays Hitler.
Yes.
I think I saw a trailer. Wait, hold on.
And it's called Jojo Rabbit.
I think I saw a trailer for this.
Huh.
What?
Is Rebel Wilson is she Fat Amy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. So I want to see that movie.
What?
because-
Well, you should go watch it.
What are you guys saying?
Nothing.
It just it looks intriguing, and like the other people in my house are watching, like,
Bless you.
Shield all the way through again.
Ew. All the way through?
Well, yeah, because we're getting our final season on Disney Plus.
Only on Disney Plus, not on ABC?
Only on exclusively on Disney Plus.
You have to watch through, like, to get to the finals, you have to watch through, like, season 3 and 4, and when it gets really, like,
When
not
everyone stopped
interesting.
watching.
But I can honestly tell you that I'm excited to death for Captain America 2. I will go see Captain Marvel
Oh,
2.
I was like,
Really?
Didn't we already do that?
Why?
I am so beyond pumped and charged and excited.
I can't tell if you're serious or not. I like the words you're saying at the tone you're saying them sound serious. Like everything sounds serious. But when you actually think about the words that are coming out of your mouth and then apply it to Justin.
Nope. I am so excited.
Why?
Okay. Captain America 2 is going to be Captain Marvel. Doggone.
This is why I feel like you're not actually serious.
No, Captain Marvel 2 is going to be Super Boss. Because
You know why? Because
Brie Larson.
there
No.
was a spoiler for Captain Marvel 2.
Wait, Captain America?
Captain Marvel. And Captain Marvel 2 has a villain that's an X-Men.
What?
And this is
Wait.
going to be like...
Which one?
Wait.
This is going to be the best...
So you're telling me Wolverine
No, better.
is in Captain America?
Nope. Marvel.
You're telling
Captain
me-
Marvel.
Captain America is going to be part of the X-Men?
Nope. Better villain. An X-Men, one of the X-Men
Shoot,
heroes...
I just Googled it.
Oh my gosh.
One of the X-Men heroes that we know and love is going to be the villain.
Wait,
in Captain
heroes are
Marvel
going to be
2.
villains?
Yes.
Cyclops.
Not that good.
No. Because
I would
they
sell
have-
my liver
they have to
if
do mirror-
Cyclops is going to be a villain.
They have to do mirror matches.
Oh, it
Josiah.
does have to be. So it's Phoenix.
Yeah. No, they have to
It's
do
Jean
mirror.
Grey.
No, not. It has to be like disproportionate too.
So what they're going to do is the
Uh,
villain of Captain Marvel 2
Uh-huh.
is Rogue.
Oh.
And the best thing about the Captain Marvel Rogue matchup is we know from canon that the reason Captain Marvel in the mainline Marvel continuity was in a hospital bed for 19 years straight and Rogue could fly is that Rogue wins their little fight and sucks the life out of Captain Marvel.
What? So,
Which means that
Captain
after
Marvel's
this movie, Captain Marvel is going to be Rogue. Rogue is going to have
What?
the Captain Marvel powers. We know how that fight goes.
I love that they're joining
mean,
it. I've waited for this
If
for so
they
long.
stick to it.
Any other, like, what a waste of, that's the moment, right? That's like, why would you, that'd be like Thanos never snapping. I mean,
It's true.
and what's happened is they're losing faith in Larson because she's a block of wood. So all you have to do is find a rogue that's
Who's playing Rogue? Do we know yet?
no.
I think it's
Oh.
the
But
pictures are
all
the girl
you-
from White Collar. Do you remember Kate from White Collar?
Kinda.
She was like the original, like, what's his name? White Collar's girlfriend. And it was like the first season was about Kate.
Let me see.
I close the page. Hold on. Undo. I think. Could be wrong.
Well, yeah, because Rogue sucks people's powers away.
So I think that would be just so great, and that would give Captain Marvel, because in the first movie, Captain Marvel did nothing but just curb stomp everything she came up against, and nobody was even a struggle for her. So to have somebody that puts her at her lowest point, even if they want to make her recover in Captain Marvel 3,
Sure.
I mean, I love, just like when Rey actually like blooped the jet
You
with
do like
accidental
when-
dark powers.
When
I'm
people
like,
do,
struggle.
you know,
Real
struggles.
life.
Yeah, cut Luke's arm off. Have Rey blow something up. Have Captain Marvel, like, as soon as they actually have to struggle for it, which is why, like, in Iron Man 3 and 2, like, Tony Stark, I mean, movies weren't good, but things didn't all go right for our hero. Like, they definitely got beat up super bad. And in the best Marvel movie of all time, Iron Man and the Winter Soldier, like, things go wrong for Captain America. Iron
He
Man.
does get
Did I
punched.
say Iron Man and the Winter Soldier?
Yeah, I was like,
Captain America 2,
Do you mean Civil War?
Winter Soldier.
I still haven't seen that one.
You haven't seen Winter Soldier?
To this
Winter
day.
Soldier is the best
It's pretty good.
Marvel movie ever.
That's a little much, but it's pretty good.
It's the greatest Marvel movie of all time, hands down.
It was confusing seeing Civil War after that.
that movie was so
came
good, they gave the director of that movie Infinity War. The reason we have the Russos directing Infinity War is because Captain America 2
Was that good?
was that good.
Okay. I respect that.
Yeah. Just like every time Disney tries to start something, they call John and they're like, hey, thank you for Iron Man. Can you make Jungle Book and make it not completely awful? And he's like,
Okay.
can I make what?
Didn't he make Mandalorian too?
Yeah.
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 And Lion King.
He made all the good things.
Anytime they just want to start something from scratch, they're like, look, John, just make it watchable, please. Like, and that's what they do. So hopefully they're just going to give all of Star Wars to him because I'm like, yeah, sure. Do it.
Yeah, I trust you. You have my blessing.
Hey, you made Iron Man. I'm just happy that Brie Larson, by the end of Captain Marvel 2, is going to be in a hospital bed with
Do you think they'll actually
with a little dot going across the screen perfectly straight.
Do you think she'll actually die or she'll just lose her powers?
She's going to be unconscious in a hospital bed. Otherwise, there's no reason to have her fight Rogue if it's just her shooting Rogue with energy beams.
Because Rogue can suck up energy.
Like that.
That's so cool.
The moment
I'm
is...
so glad they're mixing universes now. Buying Fox was the best thing they've ever
I don't
done.
even want them to introduce the X-Men all at once. I want them to work. I want them to introduce... I want them to introduce the this character Wolverine over here.
Yep.
I want to have a Hulk movie where the Wolverine, the first appearance of Wolverine was he jumps out and attacks the Hulk. That's the first time. He was in an Incredible Hulk comic.
And he's like,
and they fight. He was just a side villain that attacked the Hulk and tried to stab him in the face.
That was the first time Wolverine ever appeared?
Ever appeared was to fight the Incredible Hulk.
And then the Hulk tears him in half.
And then when Wolverine comes to from passing out and throwing up from the pain, he's like, what's that smell? And he like looks up the top of the mountain because he has really good smell. He like looks up, there's a mountain peak, and he's like, my legs are up there. And so he crawls on his belly up a mountain to go get his legs.
I love the Hulk. Just like throwing him across
and then just leaves. Like, done with you.
Yeah.
Just 2-year-old having a tantrum. Runs away.
What is the limit of Wolverine's regeneration? Because, like, he'll regenerate, like, pieces of his skull to push a bullet out and then stand back up. And, like, obviously some brain matter and stuff, too. Actually, I guess it wouldn't have went through his skull because it's adamantium. But, like...
Have you heard of a Blendtec blender?
How much of Wolverine could get damaged before he won't regenerate?
Like, can he regrow entire limbs?
Well, he can't regrow his bones, right?
Well, there you go. So it just heals flesh.
So it's just flesh? Because his bones aren't bone anymore. They're metal.
But tearing apart. So if you tear apart, like,
well, it does heal
a spine, and you just sit it back together, is it going to heal everything in between the spine?
Oh, yes.
Column?
Yes.
So you just have to, I guess that's how he got his legs back attached.
Yeah,
he like went and got close and was like,
and then
okay,
like
put it on like a pair of jeans.
Yeah.
His legs didn't walk back to him like the Iron Giant blinking with its little radar signal.
He was probably wearing overalls for the next week, just kind of waiting for it to heal.
Seal up good. Yeah. Like in Deadpool when he has the baby hand and it hasn't grown back all the way.
Oh, I haven't seen Deadpool.
Oh, well, so things happen. The girl from Mandalorian is in Deadpool.
Okay.
And they do battle and stuff. So it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
And we're going to see, and he's going to be the first mutant in the MCU. So, I mean, his movie's going to come out before anybody else's.
Who?
Deadpool.
He already had 2.
I know, but Deadpool 3 is going to happen like in MCU.
Oh.
I can't even imagine. I don't know how.
But it's going to be a rated R MCU movie then.
So how are they going to put that on Disney Plus?
They're not.
That's going to be a Hulu exclusive.
Yeah, they're going to have a piece of the MCU that's missing.
There's no way ever.
Or are they going to make a PG-13 Deadpool?
Yeah, to put on Disney Plus. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they're going to have like a PG-13 edit just for Disney Plus.
That's funny. It's like the FX movies.
Yeah.
And it's
so
like,
you're like, wow, this is an appropriate movie. And then you bring it up like,
it's
hey,
about 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just all the fight scenes cut together.
It's a silent film. It's from the 1920s.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Can I go rinse my forehead now?
Sure.
If you want to.
if you need to.
I'm not going to stop you.
I
My fingers
sympathize
are
with you.
shiny, but they don't have a rash on them. So.
Why are you covered in shiny?
Usually my fingers don't get affected
Because
by
the
everything else.
hydrocortisone from my forehead.
Did you know?
Slash-
Do you know it's really the hydrocortisone that's doing it?
What? That is making the rash go away?
No, like you're not allergic to hydrocortisone.
The hydrocortisone is making the rash better.
It's healing
Oh,
it.
okay.
It's a steroid.
Bye.
Bye.